Alright, I had to cut my walk short because of the weather a little bit. So this time I only walked like 1.56 miles. Pausing it. Did 222 calories. Putting in the workout. So I just walked 24 minutes and 57 seconds. Burnt 222 calories. Walked 0.56 miles. And did 1,558 steps. That should put me over 10,000 today anyway, so I can rest the rest of the day if I want to. That's the whole point. It's just trying to do something daily. I ain't got to kill myself because my pain is already starting up and I ain't went nowhere. You can't disprove that. And that ain't service connected either, like the paranoid schizophrenia. It's all service connected, right? I serve my country with honor. How you doing, FBI? Or CIA or Homeland? Or any branch of the government you're in?
Hey everyone, been resting for about 2 hours now. It's now almost 11 o'clock. Let me see.
So anyway,
Hey everyone, been resting for about 2 hours now. It's now
I rested till from like 1:40 to 3 o'clock. Got up around 3.
good job to have sex with me. I have to lure her to me, or to be me. Not her coming there voluntarily and that all crazy. Either way, with either story. No, I don't. They're two different stories. You just want them to be the same story when they're not, right? Maybe you just can't prove it, right? It's all hearsay, motherfucker. Hearsay. Hear that, asshole. And where am I gonna go? Where you're gonna go? I'll just call the fucking treasury in Philadelphia and change that shit.
I can go buy checks, right? I don't need a fucking bank except to get my money cash.
I ain't got
And I can go to any bank and this not happen anymore,
I
right?
can go back to church.
I'm just seeing if they'll still do it one more time, right? Before I leave SunTrust and go to another bank, right? Because, again, the only ones who can be doing it
You're
is
supposed to tell your client
Jeremy Gaston and the FBI, right? Since I'm under bankruptcy,
that way they
right?
can decide to bank with you or not.
But the point is, I have up to 15 days to make my payment, and it's not an ACH, right? See, different things are handled differently, too, right? Plus, the final charge wasn't 12, it was 15, right? Plus the tip.
Mr. Jeremy, I called you. Fake lawyer.
These are just my opinions about my attorneys and things like that, who are clearly interfering in my relationship with my bank. Right? They're not giving me the half day I needed for grace to put the money in on the 3rd instead of the 2nd, acting all like assholes today,
You're only proving me more crazy.
which is all I'm saying about them, right? You don't like what I'm saying, you fight me, right? I don't have to fight you, I just can go to another bank, retard. I don't need SunTrust.
When you're doing me wrong.
You're not the only bank in the world.
And state very clearly, motherfuckers, you're doing me wrong.
When someone walk in with a $2,900 check, you think they're not going to bank with me?
What you gonna do?
I can quit any bank at any
I'm
time,
right here.
including SunTrust, and reopen another account in another bank and just make sure I don't do the same thing with them that I did with SunTrust. Or if I have to, no, I can always cash it at fucking Walmart. Might cost me $3 or $6, but whatever. It's a $2,900 check. I'm sure I can afford that. No. Then I won't fuck up my finances with you anymore either, SunTrust. By a half a day. No. But what do you care? You're siding with some asshole, either the FBI, who's not going by the book I was given anymore, but trying to change the rules on me too. Everyone knows a fair business practice versus a corrupt one too, right? I don't care if it's the FBI doing it, then you're no longer the FBI but the KGB to one person, right? If you start doing the one, who else will you do it to? That's the whole point. You're trying to keep me silent, right? Well, I'm not shutting up, am I? No. You just don't like what I'm saying, do you?
You're still doing it under the premises of sucking them till you're tired of them and then dumping them like the assholes you are. I know you. I know your type of manhood. I don't want to be like you. I want to treat a woman like a woman. You don't. Right. You don't even respect women. You're so satanic. You're so much the sons of the devil. Or pure evil, whatever you want to call yourself by now.
But Jesus has been in heaven 2,000 years doing whatever the hell he's doing there. You don't even know. You don't even know. He's left this world behind, and you're still stuck here, whoever you are. I know. And y'all are the ones with the problems of being stuck here, but you won't get out the right way. I know. There's only one way out of a prison, and that's by playing by the rules anyway. I know. You know what I mean? If you break the rules, you just stay in the prison longer, dumbass. If you play by them, you might get out sooner, but that's still not your choice. It's the Spirit's.
I'm right here. I'm at 40 Double Jones Courtsville. I'm Shane Everly. How you doing? You're not the God of this world anymore. I am. Not because of you, but because I'm serving Jesus, the real God. You're going to lose everything you built up. You're going to destroy yourself because you're self-destructive. I'm not. I've learned lessons. You don't. I can be taught right and wrong. You can't. I can be told not to do something. I don't generally do it. Right? I can simulate something which you think is sexual, but really it's not. Right? I know the difference between getting too close and actually touching it. Right? For your sake. You don't.
Simulate is not real. You pretended to see if someone would allow you to do something they're not supposed to let you do either. Everyone has a responsibility to a certain point, no matter your age or things like that too, right? And none of us are innocent. None. No, not one. No, not one. Anymore.
Jackson, trying to be someone through the bankruptcy system. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You used to be a major dick in this once again. Jeremiah, Jackson. I think it's you. And you're a little bit of the FBI agents, right? Behind you, right? You're supposed to be a lawyer anyway. Handling my bankruptcy, right? Not causing it, right? Not making it worse for me, right? Try to make it easier. That's the person who really hates me, Jeremy. You. And the FBI. Who can't shut me up, who can't stop me from teaching music. Who knows that's the illegal part of this. They become the KGB to me, right? You're no better than the KG fucking D. Know what I mean? One person named Shane Overly, you're acting like the fucking KGB, not the FBI.
But just posting the videos is enough to prove you wrong, especially if it's not getting out. That's still government corruption. See what I mean? Everyone's supposed to be freedom and freedom alone, right? Everyone has the same freedoms or we don't, right? Once you start taking away one person's freedom, especially one, right? Shows just how corrupt you are, worse than Russia, right? We're no longer America, we're Russia now, right? Don't let them fool you. Ever since the FBI came into existence, its only existence is one thing, right? To destroy music and act like they can control the banks. I know what you're doing, I know what you're doing. J. Edgar Hoover, wannabes. Wasn't until J. Edgar Hoover started this shit that it became a problem for people anyway, right? See, a lot of people don't understand what you're doing with music either. But that's what the KGB would do with it, not America, where we have freedom of speech and liberties, right? You know, everyone knows anyone can sing a song. How can you copyright and let only an individual sing a song, right? That's just insane. You're so corrupt and tyrannical about it, you won't even let anyone teach it, right? Which is legal in the system, right? That's the whole point. Anyone knows you can teach a song and make commentary on your own version, right? And that makes it a lesson instead of just putting up a video on YouTube and singing it, period, right? I'm making mine lessons, which I'm allowed to do, right?
Every time and finding a loophole within the loophole within the loophole to prove me right, right? And I'm not doing nothing wrong with you, right? You just won't admit it's your sin, right? Well, God will never save you then, right? You'll just stay in hell forever, right? When you die. That's not a wish, that's a promise. That's a wish. You have to repent too. Y'all do, or you'll go to the lake of fire until you do, right?
Imagine the sun or being stuck in the earth's molten core. That's what the lake of fire would be like for you, right? By the way. If you don't repent, right? It's not a threat. It's not even me warning you about it. It's the Spirit through me. It knows what happens when you die. You do not. You're just a little shell of a human being to begin with, molded by Satan in its image of God. That's what you won't accept. You're in Satan's image of God, not the true image of God, right? And you're locked in it too. My humanity is not as bad as yours, even if you want to pretend it is, right? Which is all you're doing.
No, you would just sit there. You're not the right? Each other. He's not the God of war. He's the God of love and peace. But if you don't want it, you'll war against you differently than you fight to. You'll resurrect himself from the dead because multiple times. Yeah. And so you get the point. You can't prove that he's serving the Spirit, not you. You will die. Even if it's of natural causes versus him who's living for God, and you're trying to murder him daily. Under the covers of the night. What he does too. If you are bringing him a virgin, it's the blood. It's the free. You're not. You're not. You won't. You're talking about those girls. That's cool, right?
I still got $5 for you, Tony.
It's about bringing you all down.
If I want to, I can.
All over the world, we have to.
I'm not exactly broke, but you still chewed me out of $36 before the final pending of the fee of the posted withdrawal. Right? You have until then to put the money in the account. It says so in the booklet. Read it and leap. Read it and leap. And I'll just keep saying that until you get it or don't, right? And then by the end of the month, I just go ahead and call the treasury and say I want to cancel my automatic, deposit because the banks are doing me wrong. And then I can go cash it at Walmart recharge. That's $29.15 a month to cash at Walmart. And you have to have it to me by the 1st too. Right? And like I said, I can money order everyone, even for the house, right? And it get there in time. Right? I ain't worried about you. Are you worried about me? As always. This is called venting your anger and frustration because you know someone's screwing you over because you're stronger than them too. Right? If someone's weaker than you trying to make you weak like them, but they can't do that right either. See, as long as I don't threaten to blow up a bank, I'm fine. I did threaten in one of my letters to the VA that I might feel like robbing you, but I would know better because I was taught you don't do that no matter what your finances are. But that don't mean I can't argue about an overdraft fee when you're not looking at the truth of it. You're just making it up as you go along. There's no amount of overdraft protection fees you can pay back or not. There's no limit, right? If you can prove your case, unless the person is just being stubborn as hell. Right? That's all I gotta say about that. Like I said, I don't need a bank to get my money. You can write me a fucking check, Mr. President. You got to. You ain't proved I'm not paranoid schizophrenic since after I joined the Navy, and that is not service connected. You can't. Dr. Weinrep and Dr. Gaffney, who are my neurologists and psychologists, proved you wrong before I even got to this shit. Right? So whatever happened between me and Christian Fellowship Church all happened after I got into the Navy too, right? That's the problem, right? Two forces at odds with each other in different ways caused this to happen to me. A religion and a government, right? Organization supposed to both be on the side of good, right? But really have become corrupt like Russia. You're talking about meddling in the election. Well, our votes don't even matter anymore. The Electoral College is the ones who do it anyway. Not us. They don't care about our vote. They vote. I don't wish anyone evil, but I know what you're doing wrong. I know. It's not my job to expose who's doing the wrong, but to tell you the wrong you're doing, right? And get you to stop or bear the consequences, right? Because again, every circumstances has, what is the law says, every action has an equal but opposite reaction, right? So ain't that what it says? If you want to murder an innocent man, he'll what? Resurrect. Same with Jesus. Same with the boy and the girl, right? Same with Lazarus. Even though he just died of a typical sickness. And all of the people Jesus healed of leprosy and the different diseases, right? And even of the palsy, which is similar to paralysis, right? Or cerebral palsy, right? Well, that's why Jesus can heal my back and all that stuff too, but still leave me with arthritis to make me disabled, right? All a person has to do to be disabled is not be able to work a 9-to-5 job, and I fit that category too, right? I might work a small part-time job if you allow me, but you're not letting me do that anymore either. So yeah, I'm still adjusting to all that, right?
Nothing you're doing is working, FBI. KGB version of Russia in America. We know why you're doing what you're doing. To make the government
This is becoming Orwell's government through the FBI too. The FBI is making us an Orwell type government by controlling music and not letting people sing the music they copyright, right? Well, that's just about the same as what Orwell warned about, right? The government that stops people from singing and only allows certain people to sing is the corrupt government he warned about, right? He said it will start with music and then art and then stuff like that and then movies and things like that. So you're giving us the entertainment you think we want, right? But it comes at a price, right? Both for the artist and the people in the business, right? That's the problem too, right? And you're all acting crazy, right? I don't know if Kevin did any of that. That's the problem, right? You're acting like he did. You know? I don't know if that story true, but again, a bartender can be what, 18, but he can also what, consent, right, at 18. And if he's drinking and knows he's not supposed to, is that Kevin saw or his 18 means you can what? Consent. It also means you can say no, right? And if he didn't say no, he wanted something, right? Like I always say no if you approach me that way. I don't even drink with you motherfuckers. I drink alone. Yeah, with nobody else. Ow. You know when I drink alone, I prefer to be myself. Yeah. That's the point. I don't trust you motherfuckers to drink with you. So I drink alone, like George Thorogood said, right? Motherfuckers. But how would I even know anyone's daughters or sons or anyone like that, right? And I didn't start the rumor about me being gay. Some other asshole did when I'm trying to wait for a girlfriend and told there's certain rules you gotta follow to be with a girl. You don't rape them, they would tell them. Like you might have raped Joy, right? Getting along with her and then forcing her, that's rape. Now when you rape a young 12-year-old girl who don't know what the fuck you're doing, that's still rape. But I don't believe you did anything with her that she didn't allow you to do, but that's the problem too, right? She wasn't my girlfriend and she allowed you to do that with her, right? She was yours. But the only one to use her for sex was you. I was trying to find me a real girlfriend like you see in the movies where you date through high school and shit like that, right? Well, that didn't happen either. Why? Because there was a rumor going around I was gay, right? And I didn't even meet anyone but Lisa Baker until when I was around 16 too, right? And even then she was in Bullitt County, not Effingham County. See, that's the thing about loopholes, right? I was meeting girls down at the river and making out with them and getting boners and all that kind of shit with them. Just not girls I met in Effingham, right? See, Still Bridge or the East River is not technically in Effingham, it's in Bullitt, right? It's in between, it's around the line, right? Well, the girls I met out there, we made out, we almost had sex several times, but I wouldn't go past a certain point if I didn't feel they were that responsive either. You gotta know when you can really do something and you can't in public or private, right? Now, everyone was making out a little bit down by the river, sure. That's all I was doing, right? I was making out with different females, right? And sort of having a little bit of kissy face, right? And I damn sure know I like a grown-ass woman, not no child, with big hunkers and a tight, fine butt. Well, yeah, Mariah over Maribel? Sure. But I don't know either one anymore. And I don't want to know Maribel. She's crazy as fucking hell. All sexual with me. I was her side cock, right? Not chick, but a cock. Right, Maribel? I'm your side cock, right? I was the guy you were trying to pretend you wanted to be with when you were with someone else, right? We know. Everyone does it, don't they? You sexaholic crazy bitch. We know what you wanted. We know what you wanted. We know who you got pregnant by. It wasn't Shane. It wasn't Shane. And he didn't care. He wasn't trying to just fuck you or get you pregnant or any of that either. He was trying to find a girlfriend. And you acted in some ways like you wanted to be his girlfriend for a while. Then he got tired of your bullshit, even with coincidences, and gave up. Like any man would too after 18 minutes. Christian or not. Right? Can't just fuck someone forever on the side as a side cock. Just a side piece of ass, either way. Well, if you're looking for a relationship, that ain't one either, Mary Beth. Or Daphne, or Sheena. You're my false female trinity anyway. You're the pseudo-wives, right? That's what they call someone who's just trying to bait you themselves, right? And I can disagree with you, FBI. I gotta agree with the government. No one does. Freedom of speech. Freedom of the press. Freedom to tell your story. Freedom to tell your side of an argument, right? We all have that freedom. Unless we're becoming Russia, like I told you. And Orwell's government. The one he warned us about. It's not Russia who is Russia acting like Russia. That's the problem. It's the FBI. They're acting like the KGB and they're not supposed to either. That's the problem, right? Problem wouldn't be any of this, right? Except what? You're trying to control music like Orwell warned about. You're trying to control the media like Orwell warned about. You're trying to control who can say what, like the government, like Orwell warned about, right? You're not letting the whole truth get out, only part of the truth, right? That's the problem there, too. Alright, I think it's done. Alright. And that's the whole board. That's your crime, FBI, not ours. Not ours. We're just supposed to be the law-abiding citizens we are, normally. So, bye, FBI.